Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Atayan. Welcome back to another video. A little recap. Today, we're actually going to be talking about Onic Philippines. I kind of just wanted to do a separate video. I might start doing these more like team centric, where I just talk about a team specifically for one video. Like last episode, I kind of did it for Aurora, why they're struggling. And in today's video, I want to do one for Onic and why I think they're actually improving so much and why they can potentially get back to their M6 prime if things continue how they are. Onic has been very, very solid this season. They're third in the regular season right now. They look so complete. And I kind of want to talk about mainly their drafts and what they're doing. So if we go all the way back to week 6 when they beat TNC, the biggest issue for Onic last season was always about the hero pool, right? King Khan not being able to adjust to the tank utility. He was always on the Suyos and the Joys, and teams would just ban him out because that was the winning formula at M6. But teams noticed that and they just started banning out King Khan. Um, Obviously, it's not like tank utility jungle is hard, but for King Khan, he wasn't really playing it efficiently. But after a while, he started playing it. Now he plays assassins. He can play the fighters. He can play the tanks. Like he has a really good hero pool. But the reason why Onic are so good isn't just because of King Khan. It's actually the actual drafts, like the versatility in the drafts, the constant different amount of heroes that they can play. They have multiple different styles. They can play front to back drafts. They can play pickoff drafts, or they can play scaling drafts with early game tempo. Um, a huge part of that is the coaching staff, but a part of that is actually the mid trio. You know, the jungle, the mid lane, and the roam. Jungle, mid, and roam dictate dictate the pace of the early game, right? Like you need mid lane prio, especially in this meta. You need mid lane prio. So roam and mid are extremely important. The heroes that you pick, that early wave, so you get faster rotation, so you get the lethal. You can have faster rotation to the turtle, etc. XP and gold are extremely important. The gold is the late game carry. XP is the one that's going to be zoning, going to be doing the damage in the front lines, right? But you need that foundation. You need that mid lane trio like they've always had. Onic does it so well. I mean, the Valentina, the Kaleas, like you're instantly gonna get prio. The Gord Grok, Gord obviously is it's a gimmick. It's a niche pick. Not many people play the Gord. Obviously, the Gord just by itself is a terrible hero, right? Like Gord has no escape, which is why he's not picked in pro play. But look at what Onic picked around the Gord. They picked the Phobius Leomord. So already you have early game prio. Leomord farms pretty well. He has a great turtle one take. He has a great retreat, and then the Phobius is just gonna win lane against most XP laners. He's gonna honestly, Phobius is arguably the best XP laner when it comes to turtle fights. I mean, he is so good with the constant resets. You can, do the combo with the flicker, dark wave, etc. So this draft is incredible. And then you have the Grok and the Freya. So you have so much frontline. You have so much consistent damage, which is the phrase I like to use, where you have, to me, all drafts need consistent damage. You can't just have one win con, which is you pick one hero and then every other hero has to play around that hero for that hero to succeed. Onic doesn't do that. A lot of teams will pick one hero and then just kind of bank on it to be efficient. You know what I mean? Kind of like TNC, for example. Like TNC in that second game, the only late game they have is Moskov. Obviously, Alice is a good scaler, but Alice is not going to be doing damage. Alice is not going to carry 1v5 a fight unless something really, really goes wrong. But Onic just kind of mastered the formula. And I know we're in the middle of week 7. I'm recording this in the middle of week 7. Day 2 just concluded, but they are drafting so well. I mean, look at the difference in their drafts. They pick Arla, Harley, Zujin, Claude, Khalid first game, and then they pick Lapu, Basha, Gord again, Clint, and the Kalea. This is the only team that picks Gord like this, and this is the only team in the world I believe that actually prios Clint. Like they actually want their gold later. They want their carry on Clint. Now, Clint is a very interesting pick because guys, listen, just because you see the Clint picked in pro play doesn't mean you go and do it in rank. Now in rank it's different because Clint is actually a good hero. But the reason why they pick Clint is because they already have good early game. You don't pick the Clint just by itself. It's the same thing with the Gord. The Basha, great for frontlining, the Lapu, the Kalea for the peeling. Um, it's just a great draft overall. Honestly, the Kalea works very well with the Lapu because of the Sand Strike, and then on top of that, you have the Gourd AOE to back you up. The Clint, if the player plays it well, is never going to be touched. He's going to have so much frontline. He's going to have so much peel, so much lockdown. Basha, Gord, Kalea, crazy amounts of CC, and then the Lapu to dive the backline. So draft wise, this is a perfect draft for Onic Philippines. It checks every box. It has great early game, it has great rotations. Basha rotates fast, Kalea rotates fast. You have instant engage, you have disengage, you have front to back, you have late game, you have great late game, right? Like if the game does extend and it goes to the late game, Basha and Lapu are not going to be the most effective late game heroes because that's just kind of how they're just tanks, right? They're not going to do a lot of damage dealing unless you go full tank Lapu, which they're not going to do that in pro play. So essentially, your late game here is Gordon Clint. Gordon Clint are extremely strong late game. They have insane late game. They can melt and delete anybody. Gord's ult deletes you. Clint, 2, 3 hits from his combo, you're dead. You know, the range is disgusting. Clint can one shot you from nowhere. You can't even see it on the screen, you know, if the Clint player is good. So, especially with Malefic, Clint is disgusting. So, yeah, just great drafts from Onic. And I'm really like proud of Onic because coming into the season, I thought Onic wasn't going to struggle. Like, I said it in my pre prediction videos when I did my tier list, my initial tier list for this season. I said that Onic, I truly do think that they can make a final if everything goes well. Like this team has the potential to be a championship winning team. They have all the tools. They have a great coaching staff. Their drafts are versatile. The hero, like the meta read, is what's really impressive about Onic. They understand the win con and they put themselves in so many favorable positions. Um, like they always put themselves in a position where they have an advantage, and even against the top teams, right? Like even against Falcons, they played Falcons close. Even against Team Liquid in that first game, especially against Team Liquid in the second leg, I truly do think, not in the second game, sorry, the first game, they should have won it because honestly Onic just threw right before they were about to get the mid lane tower, the tier 3. They kind of threw, they kind of misplayed that fight, and then the game spiraled out of control because Team Liquid got enhanced lord and they just tower locked and end the game. But overall, Onic just look really smooth. They look like a complete team. They definitely look like one of the best teams in the world. This is a team that is going to be very scary going into the playoffs, guys. I mean, the mechanical prowess on this team is insane. When you have Super Prince, when you have Severo, when you have King Khan, this team is very good. Kirk is much more stable this season. I know Kirk got a lot of shit, but he's a very good player, guys. Like Kirk was not good last season, but he's a very solid player. This is still one of the best XP laners in the world. And even if you don't like him, you have to admit that he is good. Um, so yeah, they were never gonna replace Kirk because what would be the backup options that would be on the same level as Kirk? So Kirk is great, and then Brusco is always gonna be solid. He's always gonna be good on the tank engage roams. But yeah, that's kind of the video, guys. Just a little mini recap on why Onic are playing so well. Let me know down in the comment section below what team you guys want to see me do next. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one for the recap of this weekend's games.